Yes, this is definitely a letter I wrote to my family.
Thank you. May I approach and receive exhibit?
You may.
Mr. Anthony, but for the intervention of law enforcement, you would not be here today, would you, sir?
Judge,
Basis of objection.
relevance and asked and answered.
As they asked and answered, sustaining that, he's answered that.
In the proper he did, Your Honor. I haven't asked him then for the jury.
Yes, he has.
If you'll look back and review, I think you'll find that
He can answer.
that's correct, is it not?
Yes, that's correct.
No further questions.
Redirect on those issues.
Do you need a break, Mr. Anthony?
No, I'm fine.
Mr. Anthony, Mr. Ashton questioned you about sparring with him at the deposition. Is that correct? Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And this sparring even had Mr. Ashton questioning your truthfulness, did he not?
Attention to counsel's expression of his
Sustain.
Do you,
Motion to strike, ready.
do you recall Mr. Ashton reminding you of your oath, sir, during the deposition?
I'm sure he probably did, sir. I don't remember exactly that day.
And this sparring that went on was to try and pin your answers down on these gas cans, correct?
Objection to his conclusion about my intention.
Sustain, rephrase the question.
The questions had to do with the gas cans and the duct tape, did they not, sir?
I know there was some conversation that we had throughout the whole thing. I know there's different times we talked about specific things, gas cans, duct tape, my granddaughter, my daughter, a big gamut of things.
But the issues where you were sparring with Mr. Ashton about related to the gas cans and the duct tape, did they not, sir?
Well, to clarify sparring, that can be looked at two different ways. I mean, was there a verbal talk him and I going, I could just consider verbal sparring? Yeah, I guess that would be considered, yes.
Now, would you classify, Mr. Ashton classified my questioning with you about the gas cans and the duct tape as sparring. Would you classify that as well, sir?
Yes, it would.
Now, when you got that gun in August of 2008, your daughter was out on bond.
Yes.
She was under house arrest.
Yes.
And the first day that she came home, you, the entire family, met with a person from the Department of Corrections having to deal with house arrest.
Yes.
And they explained to you the rules of someone being under house arrest, what you can't do and what you can't do. What you can do and what you can't do.
Correct.
And you were even given a list of what could be in the house and what couldn't be in the house.
Correct.
And on top of that, sir, you knew that you couldn't have firearms in that house.
Correct.
And you knew if a firearm was found in that house, that Casey would have to go right back to jail.
Correct.
And in fact, when they caught, as soon as you drove up, within hours, Department of Corrections was there.
Correct.
And they almost took Casey right back to jail, didn't they?
Yes.
You never, prior to Casey being out on bond, went out and bought a gun, did you, sir?
Sir, my, My emotional state when I purchased that gun was to go get answers about
Sir,
my granddaughter, sir.
Judge, I'm going to object to being non-responsive.
Listen carefully to the question, Mr. Anthony, and answer the question.
My question to you, sir, is before your daughter got out on bond and had those conditions, you never went out and bought a gun.
No, I didn't.
This attempted suicide that you had, you went out and bought a 6-pack of beer. That was the alcohol you were drinking, right?
I don't know how much I purchased at that time. No, I don't remember that.
Was it a 12-pack of beer?
I don't remember.
It was beer.
Yes.
And the pills that you took were blood pressure medication, were they not?
Oh, there was a lot of different stuff that I'd taken with me, sir. I just had gotten probably a week or so prior to that from a physician.
So you were drinking beer and blood pressure medication?
Sir, I had all different kind of stuff involved as far as nerves, something to keep me calm, or whatever it was. I took a large amount of medication along with drinking beer.
Do you know what was recovered from your hotel room that evening?
You know, sir, I do not. I don't have a list in front of me. I have no idea.
Now, all of this was subsequent to 2 search warrants being issued at your home, correct?
Are you talking a specific date, a time?
Yes, I'll go back and explain. You had a search warrant issued on your home December 11th, 2008.
As far as I know, I did, sir. I wasn't there to accept it.
You had another search warrant issued. Well, let me stop there. The search warrant of December 11th, 2008. Law enforcement went through a lot of your things, did they not, sir?
Sir, they completely went through the whole house.
My question to you, sir, is they went through a lot of your things.
Sir, everything inside that house I have knowledge of. I either purchased it or something. Yeah, it's my stuff. It's my stuff.
Specifically things that would be associated with you.
Everything in that house is associated with me.
I'm talking about your car,
Sure, my car was in the garage.
and they went through it.
Yes.
And you know that car was not in the search warrant.
Relevance of whether it was in the search warrant or not. Overrule it.
You know your car was not listed on that search warrant, right? And they went through it anyway.
Right, the whole house was turned upside down.
And they went through a lot of your personal things, not Casey's.
Sir, I wasn't there to see the search warrant. They went through the whole house.
And then they confiscated that gas can on December 11th.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
You were given a property list of what was confiscated on December 11th, were you not, sir?
As I've stated, I was not there when the search warrant itself was served on our home. I was not there. And exactly what was taken all the time, I do not have that much of a detailed memory to know exactly I believe it was like 70 or more items that were taken from our home.
And you're an ex-police detective, sir. You know that after executing a warrant, the warrant and all property taken is left at the home.
I would believe so if it was given to our attorney. I don't know what was all up behind. All I can tell you is our home was turned upside down.
And included what they took was the duct tape on that gas can, correct?
Like I said, sir, I don't know exactly what was taken from our home. I've answered your question, sir.
All right, let me ask you this way then, sir. When you came back from doing the Larry King show in California on December 11th, and you got into your home, did you see that gas can ever again in your home?
Well, sir, I never came back home to my home on December 11th, 2008.
Whenever you came back home, sir.
I'm answering your question, sir. I did not come back to my home on December 11th, 2008. I did not.
December 15th, whenever you came back.
Sir, I don't remember exactly what time we came home, what time, or anything like that. I've said this, and I'm going to say this again for probably about the 10th time, and I'm not trying to get upset, but you're making me upset. I can tell you right now is our house was in shambles. Our house was turned upside down. Things were flipped around our house. It took us days.
Judge, I'm going to object to the narrative.
Yeah,
I've asked him a specific question, refusing to answer it and giving a narrative.
Overruled.
Okay. Mr. Anthony, you came back and you didn't go directly to your home. You went to the Ritz-Carlton, correct?
Sir, there was arrangements made for Cindy and I, yes.